Good afternoon. My name is Sarah Bell, Assistant Chaplain to St Barnabas House, and I would like to extend a very warm welcome to this time of Thanksgiving and Remembrance. Usually we partner with a local church and invite you, your friends and family to this service in person. Sadly, due to the difficult times we are facing, that is not possible on this occasion. However, as we bring this service to you online, please be assured that we can still unite together today in our hearts and our spirit to remember and honour all those who have died during 2019 under the care of St Barnabas Hospice, whose names are in our books of remembrance outside our chapel. You are invited to follow the selection of poems, readings, music, reflection and prayers. I will be lighting 12 candles, one to represent each month of the year, and holding a short silence for each of these as we remember your loved ones who have sadly died in that month. You may wish to listen to the music using the links provided and join with us to light a candle at home. Not every element may make a connection with you personally, as we all find different things helpful at different times. However, we hope that something may bring comfort to you as you take this special time to reflect and remember and celebrate your loved one. Do remember that St Barnabas House has ongoing bereavement support, which at the moment is being done by telephone due to the restrictions. If you think this is something that could be helpful, please don't hesitate to contact us. In these particularly challenging times, we are still here for you.
I shall always be with you. You will know me in the warm sun of a June morning, in the first haze of bluebells in the woodland. You will feel me still in the sound of the waves on the shore, as close as the morning mist clings to hills, and my presence will touch you lightly as you sleep. You will hear me in the footsteps of your morning walk, the breeze in your hair and the rain on your skin, reminding you I shall always be with you. I will live on inside your heart, in your love for life, wonder of nature, and gratitude for the blessings of family and friends. I will never be separated from you, for you carry me inwardly, as I have always loved you. Death cannot destroy how our unbroken circle continues, and I shall be with you always.
You are special. In all the world, there is nobody like you. Since the beginning of time, there has never been another person like you. Nobody has your smile, your eyes, your hands, your hair. Nobody owns your handwriting, your voice. You are special. Nobody can paint your brushstrokes. Nobody has your taste for food, or music, or dance, or art. Nobody in the universe sees things as you do. In all of time, there has never been anyone who laughs in exactly your way, and what makes you laugh or cry or think may have another totally different response in another. You are special. You are different from every other person that has ever lived in the history of the universe. You're the only one in the whole creation who has your particular set of abilities. There is always someone who is better at one thing or another. Every person is your superior in at least one way, but nobody in the universe can reach the quality of the combination of your talents, your feelings, like a room full of musical instruments. You might excel in one way or another, but nobody can match the symphony sound when all are played together. Your symphony. Throughout all of eternity, no one will ever walk, talk, think, or do exactly like you. You are special.
Our Bible reading is taken from the book of Isaiah, chapter 43, verse 2. When you go through deep waters, I will be with you. It is an amazing honour to be part of St Barnabas House chaplaincy team, as we have the privilege of meeting so many people, their family and friends, during such difficult times, to offer support by listening, talking, and bringing comfort and hope. Although not in person, we join together today, giving us this special opportunity to take the time to remember, to honour and to give thanks for those who we have loved and lost, and who have touched and enriched our lives so deeply. Giving thanks together in this way can be greatly comforting. All the people listening and watching online have their own memories and experience of loss, which will be completely different to our own, and yet knowing that we are united with people who truly understand and who share the burden of grief can be helpful. For together we are all walking that path not chosen, the path of pain, loss and adjustment, albeit in our own personal way. By joining us today, you are taking a step of great courage. You may have thought that you were coping well, but as you've listened to the music and the readings, you may have felt overwhelmed with sadness or be surprised with unexpected feelings. This can sometimes leave us feeling that we've gone backwards even in the grief process. But it is very expected and a normal reaction as we remember those that we've loved. And it can also be another layer in the healing process. Also, the symbolic lighting of each candle to remember all your loved ones who have died each month during 2019 at St Barnabas can make us all feel overwhelmingly poignant and sad. But it can also help to remind us that we are not alone, that we stand with one another in a strange yet strong solidarity. However, my hope is in the allowing emotions to surface that need to be expressed, that you will experience another layer of healing and some comfort. If we allow these waves of emotion to come and wash over us, they will not take us out. If we allow them to wash over us, they will recede, and we may experience a strange kind of cleansing, renewal. Losing a loved one is one of the most devastating experiences that we can face. Even when we expect death, the reality when it happens can bring shock, numbness and disbelief. The distress, pain, sadness and emptiness that follow are very difficult to navigate, yet alone process. The duality of challenge is then also living with the loss, which can feel like a long, lonely, painful journey that never ends. As time passes after a death, it can feel like others avoid talking about your loved one, but you still need to talk about them. Perhaps there are expectations for you to even feel better, but you maybe experience still a rawness of emotions or emptiness, which can leave you feeling guilty or isolated. Whatever you are feeling now is your reality, and nothing is right or wrong. These emotions can be part of the bereavement journey. Hopefully this time today can provide a safe place where we can acknowledge and validate our feelings, and in doing so enter a new place of hope and peace. The reading You Are Special, read by Kate, reminds us to give thanks for the uniqueness of our loved one, those special qualities that can be painful to recall, but essentially are the parts of the whole person that we treasured and are to be celebrated. Those things that made them who they were to us, and indeed who they will always be. Sometimes after someone dies, it can be too painful to think about the way they were, the happy memories, holidays, when they were well. But as time passes, we can gradually recall those things and be thankful for each treasured moment. Somebody once said to me, I really try to remember her laugh, her voice. I just can't. I can't seem to hear it, and I want to so much. But the more I concentrate, the more it eludes me, and I feel sad and frustrated. I miss her so much. And then, as I go about my day, suddenly it can happen unexpectedly. That thing, that silly thing that only we used to find funny. And it's there. Her laugh, her voice, as clear as day, and I smile. Our second reading encourages us also in hope by remembering that death cannot destroy love, and by living our daily lives through connecting with nature, friends, family, that we carry our loved one in our heart. Wherever we are, indeed they are, for love is eternal. So often in adversity, it's easy to feel abandoned by God, to be angry or to doubt any faith that we can have, asking questions like, why has this happened? Where is God in the midst of this suffering? These questions are okay to ask, and are ones that I have asked too in times of loss. In our trials, we may not feel that God is with us, but His promise is that He always is, loving us, comforting us, sustaining and bringing us courage to face each new day in hope. For me, I found that He is here and everywhere, in this present moment, in the hand that reaches out, in the silent hug of a friend, in the flowers quietly left on the doorstep, in the kindness of cards, in the encouraging words of friends, and in the numerous acts of kindness of people, and the rhythmic beauty of nature. I chose that familiar song, Bridge Over Troubled Water, as grief can certainly feel like a time of very troubled water. The words of the song seem to offer ease and comfort to help in the form of a bridge that helps us over and through them. We may want to pause and reflect and say a quiet thank you for all this brings to mind, all those precious memories of times that we shared with our loved ones, for family and friends whose loving support has formed a bridge over our troubled water. We have listened to the beautiful words of Psalm 23, which reflect and invite the listener to an absolute trust and peaceful confidence in God. Through the decades, these words have been an anchor to many as they have walked through the darkest valley, a reminder that God is present to comfort and leading us into those green pastures of restoration and peace. In ancient times, the shepherd would even lie down over the entrance to the sheep pen to protect and guard his precious sheep from harm and dangerous wild animals. He would also carry the most vulnerable or wounded lambs over his shoulders until they healed and were strong. A picture of perhaps how God carries us during our hard times. At the end of the psalm, we hear that we can dwell in the house of the Lord forever, a place where we will be reunited with each other, where there's no more pain, suffering, and every tear will be wiped away. The invitation of hope and joy as we will be with our loved ones again, and all things will be made new. As we remember today our loved ones, we also give special thanks to all those who have listened to us, who have let us be angry, cried with us, hugged us, or who were just simply there for us. As we journey from here, be encouraged to be patient with your heart. And while we may never understand the nature of life and death, there is one thing we can be certain of, that life goes on, and it does with our loved ones being at the centre of it. Someone said this to me once: the grief I felt as a heavy burden has somehow become my safe anchor. The weight that used to weigh me down now seems to hold me securely and keeps me in the reality that not only she did exist, but that she is still here. So my hope from this service today is that you will all take away what comforts you most and in some small way gives you peace, a renewed hope as you face Christmas and a new year beyond. And my prayer is that you will be gentle with yourself, allowing those tears and moments of pain, but also stepping bravely into the future in thanksgiving and gratitude, with your loved ones still firmly in the forefront of your heart and mind. On behalf of Stephen Gurr, our lead chaplain, myself and our chaplaincy team, we are holding you all in our thoughts and prayers, especially today. I'd like to invite you, if you would like to participate, to say the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. And a final blessing. May God bless you and comfort you. May his love quieten and strengthen you. His light guide your steps, and his hope lead you forward, bringing you the blessing of healing and peace. Amen. Thank you for joining with us today.